my friends are here.
We never left.
Thanks.
Their spacesuits look like the Star Trek, the first Star Trek movies, security suits with like the helmet and like the weird football pads.
As long as they're not like, as long as they're not massive again, that's all that matters.
I mean, the big orange marshmallow is great, but
They were also fucking ridiculous.
I want like
They look sleek now.
Yeah.
I want.
Hey, stop talking about it.
Did you see their zero-G tester?
It was the little dinosaur.
He was just like, hey.
Oh yeah.
They just threw it
That
up.
was
and
a
then-
kid's dinosaur.
Of course. No, it was just some random kid's dinosaur.
It was his kids.
No, on the way to the launch, he saw his kid having fun, and he went, "No!" And he
This is
took
for science!
the dinosaur.
Dude, there's so much shit on this table.
Yeah,
Yeah, it came like this.
This is why we need a new table.
I'll sand it down.
that'll be the next. big
Alright,
purchase.
well.
Well, the next big purchase, we all need to chip in for El Gato.
Let's go on Amazon, type in podcasting tables, and just buy the first one.
I've done that before. They're pretty horrible. Some of them.
This is like a decent width. It just has to be shorter. Or like
Let's
if
just
we
cut it and then get the soft screw legs.
I think it's fine. It's just old.
yeah.
If we got another table like this and then stapled like fabric to the front so you don't see our legs and like gussied it up a little, it would look
We could
professional.
staple the flag over there.
No.
Put the Fallout flag.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't want them to be like, no, I can't use our stuff.
Yeah, true.
Bethesda, amazing. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Bethesda will not have that.
Yeah.
You know this.
Bethesda's like the Nintendo.
Welcome back to Just Your Average Podcast. I'm introing it because fuck
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm doing. Welcome to Just Your Average Podcast.
Welcome to Just Your Average Podcast.
We're back in the studio.
Back in here.
That's Chris. That's other Chris. And I'm Chad. You haven't seen their faces full and plentiful in a while.
I've missed these
That made
moments.
sense.
I know, right? Feels
Twist
good.
them. Twist the knobs.
Feels good to be back in the studio.
Yeah, no more freaking Skype. My house. And
Of course, the night we choose to get back in the studio
Everything goes to shit.
is the night that rioters have caused our state to enforce curfews. Hooray!
They will be driving home safe.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And we're
You're
just gonna.
going north. I'm going south.
Dude,
I
I'm
think
not,
Chris
I'm
is
right.
not going to have a good
You're
time.
riding through the heat of the war protests. You're riding through whatever the hell's going on in Providence.
Yeah, I'm going to be going through.
At least you can kind of break right off and get in East Providence, though, so you don't have to really go through like where the chaos is.
I'm hoping. But it's just how close it is to the hospital and everything. That's what worries me.
Yeah.
I also don't need to be pulled over by a cop.
Dude, I swear, if they start protesting riding near the hospitals,
It's going to
No,
happen.
but
It'll happen.
there's nothing to steal near a hospital. Come on,
Drugs.
man. True. No, they protest.
Helium.
Did you see they looted Sybil, that skate shop?
yeah,
Oh,
And he
God.
was like, "How could this have happened?" And it was, "What do you mean?
you're
like,
overpriced.
You're one of the bigger stores in the area. Of course you're gonna get hit, you fucking idiot.
It's
Yeah.
just a shitty
These
situation.
are your people."
But to bring it up now, we're not going to really talk about this because
We don't want to talk about the politics per se.
this is going to be our palate cleanser podcast.
just how it is affecting us.
Yeah.
3 white kids from Rhode Island.
How many people in the fucking comments tell us where Rhode Island is without
Right.
looking at a map?
Without looking at a map. And don't just say the Family Guy show. Tell us another interesting
There's
fact.
no such thing as Quahog, Rhode Island.
It's actually where Warwick is. If you
Really?
look at the map. Yeah. When I was taking my
Only the
driver,
shittiest place.
when I was taking my driver's instructor with AAA or whatever, the guy was like, "You want to see something cool?" And I was like, "Sure." And we're driving through Warwick, and he goes, "That's Spooner Street." And I was like, "That's okay." And he goes, "That's where Peter Griffin lives." And I was like, "I don't watch Family Guy."
That's
buddy.
like, who cares? Can we get
Yeah.
this done with?
I don't really.
Family Guy's the worst.
It's not.
It's not the worst. It's just
No,
It's
when
not
I was
The
younger,
Simpsons.
I liked it.
The Simpsons has gotten bad.
all shows have gone. Any show that goes past season 5 starts to get bad. Now, Simpsons was good till like 10, 11.
Yeah.
You know, but after that, there's a huge drop off. But season 5, you kind of run out of stories.
No, that's when all the celebrities
That's
start
when
coming
you
on.
celebrities and topical jokes and news
Does the
humor.
Simpsons even have episodes without a celebrity? Like,
I don't
cameo?
think so.
They always have like one celebrity doing like a voice
And
or
then
something. Now.
Lisa's got a soapbox about whatever's popular in the media at that
Bart's
point.
still retarded.
They need to bring back the angsty bar where he just starts fucking shit up and everything.
El Bardo
Yeah.
written on every building.
We need the Jetsons back.
Dude.
Imagine an adult
Imagine they tried
Jetsons.
doing Jetsons, but it's like the year that they said it as. But it's like
1999.
Oh god, we'd be so disappointed.
oh, they should do a 1999 real 1999 Jetsons.
It would just be poor, sad people.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you want? Now, actually, no. It would be poor, happy people, because 9/11 hadn't happened yet, and they hadn't really started, turning the screws.
That's when shit, like, you look at it, that's when shit started to get, like, more authoritarian, and, like, they started militarizing the police, and it was like, all right, well...
Police vote. It was the shooting in the clock tower that militarized, and the bank robbery that militarized
And
the police.
JFK.
Yeah. Once the police were getting shot at by guys with body armor and machine guns, the police were like, I think we should get body armor and machine guns now. They used to, when my dad first joined the force, they were still using 6-shooters.
That's weird.
Really?
Yeah, and that was in the 80s.
That's horrifying.
And then they were like, everyone's got more bullets than us. Can we please use...
Can we have real guns?
Can we have real guns now? Yeah, my dad's first service weapon was a .45 revolver.
Dude, that's got more stopping power than a 9
That'll put
millimeter.
a fucking hole in you like this big. That'll kill you.
Did you guys hear about, since all this protesting too, 21,000 new cases of corona have just popped up?
I love how
Who didn't see that coming?
social distance. Social distance.
It worked.
Unless you're looting.
Loot 6 feet apart, people.
It would be nice if only the looters got coronavirus.
So the rioting started right when states started opening up,
Yeah, today was the main day where...
And now they're gonna use the rioting in Corona as an excuse not to open up again. It's almost like they planned it. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's almost like the government's the
Not
puppeteers.
even the government, the deep state, man. People that are trying to control the
You
government.
mean the Epstein guys?
The real life.
I think
Like-
Epstein created coronavirus.
Alright,
Could
that's
have had a hand in it. For all we fucking know.
That's why he got killed. That's
We're
one of the
not
reasons.
investigating it.
You can tell me if you want to talk about this one.
Hashtag Epstein did.
They actually, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the whole, what is it? The Guy Fawkes masks, Anonymous. Did they release the deposition
Yeah.
for Epstein and our
They're
president
still
right
around.
now?
I read it, and most of the cases, it's all circumstantial and evidence isn't there, and it's all hearsay and stuff like that. The news article headline is Trump fucked kids with Epstein, but then you read through it, and the one girl who did credibly go to court with him was a 21-year-old girl, so it's not even like he was fucking kids. He was fucking someone way younger than him, which is creepy when you're a 40-year-old
Well,
man.
it
The
was,
fact that he also hits on his own daughter is creepy.
Well, the thing is, it was you're telling us something we haven't heard before.
incest is fine.
We all know Trump was
Used to
fucking
be.
younger girls. We just don't have proof that they were underage.
Also, everyone who's rich and powerful fucks underage kids. I guarantee
look at
it.
the Patriots owner.
Why do you think this Epstein
Right.
thing got
Yeah, it was-
swept under the carpet? Because all the people in power were like, shit,
There's a
I
lot of
don't,
terrible shit. in
I
the
don't want
world.
anyone knowing what I did. Let's kill this Epstein fucker and be done with it, Fucking Clintons.
We live in yeah.
Or Bill Gates. Bill Gates is manufacturing viruses to sterilize the third world.
Oh god.
What the fuck is going on there? Both of his parents used to work in eugenics before it was outlawed, too. That's a little fact no one likes to talk about.
Do you guys hear the craziest thing that the CDC is saying all the rats are starting to cannibalize themselves because of the lack of garbage?
In New York, dude, that's awesome. That's been one of my favorite things to hear.
Did you guys ever watch that doc? I think it's just called Rats on Netflix. I watched it a long time ago. It's about these guys whose job it is to solve the rat problem in New York.
Oh, God.
And they're they outnumber us 300 to 1, and we feed them all day, every day.
Yeah.
And we built the perfect nest. It's called a sewer system, And he's like, I don't know what you guys...
It's called the sewer and the subway and everything else we put
Their
underground.
job at night is to walk up and down the streets and kick trash and count the amount of rats that come out.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, so they're filming the documentary team, and there's a big mound of trash because trash didn't get picked up that week or whatever. And the guy goes, "Watch this," and he throws a rock at it, and then and thousands of rats come out of the bag and fucking go into the sewer, and you're just like, Jesus
Did I tell you guys
Christ.
Ava killed one a couple weeks ago?
Well, that's the point of her.
Yeah.
She's a rat terrier, right?
What was the president? I can't remember the president who trained it. He bred.
Oh, it's probably. Who was the manly man
Roosevelt.
with the mustache?
Yeah,
yeah,
Roosevelt.
it's probably him.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
trained
like
him
he
so
would
to get rid of
breed
the
it
rats
out.
in the White House. Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but this thing was this big.
Yeah, but that thing's
Fine.
bigger.
Dude, that means you
I
don't
know.
have to
No, I'm
feed your
saying-
dog tonight.
No, I'm saying fuck that thing was big.
Yeah, you don't have to feed your dog or your daughter. Teach
I
her
don't
how to
know how
cook.
to eat it. I don't want to get sick.
Rats can get to like 10 pounds.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
As long as you cook out
Rat
all
rats.
the bad stuff, you're fine.
No, I kind of hope the New York rat population starts to evolve like speech. And then they start.
You have a bunch of massive
Start
sensors
mug-
walking
the rats
around.
just start mugging people. Give me a burger.
They would just turn into the Skaven from Warhammer. We'd have an underground rat society that worships the horned rat, which is this fabled rat with white fur and
The
two
Rat King.
horns, and he's in charge of everything. And they eat warpstone and
That was-
shoot lightning.
That was another video I was watching today. How the Earth is hollow and there's civilizations living
Oh,
inside the
God.
Earth.
There's that photo of the guy who supposedly flew over the Arctic Circle and said, "Look, there's a hole in the top of the Arctic
Yeah.
Circle."
Between the North and the South Pole, there's entrances so the ships can go in and stuff.
I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be really fucking cool if that was true.
That's like those two kids that they found that were green.
Dude, you can see like the change of like.
Like, fuck you, I believe it. Me going, I mean, it'd be rad.
It's like it's interesting, but
It'd be cool if it was true, but I have yet to see any evidence besides a blurry picture
that's
from
like
the
your
40s.
it's like your fucking giant theory. It's like
Oh,
no,
man.
you're wrong. Shush.
I will show you videos. I will.
Although, one of the Easter Island heads, when you dig them up, they have like whole bodies and
Yeah.
shit. Like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, and the pyramids.
Yeah.
Why were they buried like that though? That's the weirdest thing.
That's what
The
happens.
civilization died. They didn't have written language, and the civilization died out.
Yeah.
It's also an island in the middle of the ocean. A few tsunamis will do that to you.
What if those were the giants and they just when they died they turned to stone?
God.
What about Atlantis? Where the fuck is that?
It's in the middle of the earth.
You think we would have found it by now?
It probably was a part of Alexandria's library.
We wouldn't have found it anyway. Like what percentage of the ocean have we not discovered yet? Like
We've
80%?
only discovered 1% of the ocean floor.
Atlantis is down there, bro.
I can believe more in
I guess-
Atlantis than I can
Yeah,
believe in a hole in
slimy.
the fucking earth.
Am I gonna get a sexy brown, like, Atlantean girl with white hair and blue tattoos on her face?
No, they're gonna be scaly and slimy and wicked gross.
That Disney's
I
Atlantis.
hope that's what he. I
and they're
hope
gonna be
his
like
is
rock
right.
hard.
That Disney Atlantis movie is underrated.
Yeah,
I'll
like
say
vastly.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
That's
it's
before.
pretty good.
What's his name? Fucking Shakes Magoo.
Iger?
Michael
No.
J. Fox, you
There
son
you
of a
go.
bitch.
There you go. It's before Michael J. Fox got all shaky.
Dude.
Michael J. Fox does the voice of that main character. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
But that brown
How
chick,
dare you.
whatever
Dude,
her
yeah.
name was, I was like,
It was who's he, what's it, I'm gonna stick it in you.
I got a new fetish. Thank you, Disney.
Storm from X-Men.
Right.
Dude, Storm
Brown
from
skin,
X-Men,
white
they
hair.
better make her badass in the new movies.
She's one of the strongest mutants.
She's
is.
an Omega mutant.
Yeah.
She can control weather on other planets. Don't ask me how.
Comic logic.
She can just do it.
Magneto can literally manipulate every piece of
She
metal
can
on the
like
face of
protect
planet Earth.
herself just by having a gust of wind around her and knock everything they're throwing at her.
She can exist in a tornado with no problem.
Magneto can borrow energy from the magnetosphere that protects our our planet from like radiation, and he can borrow energy from that and Saturn's and Jupiter's and Uranus.
So wait. It's not just magnetism. It's affecting literal magnetic fields.
He is the master of magnet. Anything
Magnetic
that has to
fields.
do with magnets and magnetism, he controls. Any and everything.
At that point, you could theoretically he could move the Earth.
Yeah, he has. Like a bunch. He's done it a couple times. Just to fuck. Ultimatum in Ultimate Comics, he switched poles.
Because that's how move the planet.
But he drowned half the Earth, by doing so.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah. He,
All you have to do is really wipe out China.
when he fights Iron Man in AVX, Iron Man is like, I made my suit out of plastic, so you can't do anything to it. And Magneto's like, okay, and just starts throwing like meteors at him.
Yeah,
and
and
shit
he's just like, did not think of that.
And then he takes him to space, and he's like, wait, shouldn't you be dying? And Magneto's like, nah, I created a magnetic field around myself. Shut the fuck up, I'm fine.
It's like comic logic.
Yeah, come on, it doesn't matter. Then Magneto detects the Phoenix Force coming, and Iron Man sucker punches him. And Magneto's like, I better play dead so I can tell Cyclops what's up.
Yeah.
So it's like, not even Magneto lost the fight. He was like, I gotta pretend to
Was
lose
that a
this
good-
fight.
Series.
No, it was so bad.
The storyline is interesting, but like besides
It's
that,
when I gave up. Because it was like, I read Civil War and I was like, yeah, heroes fighting heroes, interesting.
The
And
first Civil War was cool.
then you read it again and you're like, yep, heroes versus heroes. And then you read Hulk coming back and fighting everyone. You're like, yeah, okay, heroes versus heroes. AVX. Okay, heroes versus heroes. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
but at least
I'm done.
AVX is like a little bit more.
No, because Marvel got in the thing of like, you know what people love?
Heroes versus
fighting heroes.
Exactly. So let's just make every major event.
You know,
heroes versus
we're having
heroes.
trouble making new villains.
We don't
Let's
need
have
new
them fight
villains.
each other.
For some reason, Captain America and Tony Stark, who both are like best friends and talk all the time, will just start
Yeah,
punching.
they just hate each other for
They'll
whatever
just
reason.
start beating the shit out of each other for no reason.
I liked how they did it in the movies though, with the Civil War thing.
No, that was so dumb. He killed my
Yeah.
mom. But listen, I'm Captain America, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna fix this guy.
He's my friend. So was I. That brought tears to my eyes.
Nah, didn't you like hate your parents, Robert Downey Jr.? Like, yeah, didn't you hate your mom and dad?
Wasn't that years of like drugs and alcohol? Isn't that why you did that?
Yeah, but I think in the movies they show his parents really weren't that bad. He loved his mother. No, he loved his mother. His dad was a dick until he went back in time and talked to his dad, and there was that big thing in Endgame.
Manufactured emotion. All I'm saying is, if Captain America is going like, look, dude, I know he killed your parents, but I'm gonna handle this, and be like, you're the most virtuously and morally like well-adjusted person I know. Okay.
You came out during World War II. You can't be that bad.
It's Captain America.
So they definitely should have added some drinking in that.
Tony Stark should have been
Stark.
drunk.
That's why
Demon in a Bottle would have been a great movie, but they
Dude,
Iron Man 2 should have been Demon in a Bottle.
Iron Man 2 could have been so good, but then they're like, let's just have that one party where he gets drunk, then after that it's like, oh, what up?
I wanted him to fly to the UN and kill Soviet Union UN representatives going, I'm going to end the Cold War. I wanted that Iron Man. That Iron Man was rad.
They can't do that. They'd upset Putin.
Then he built
in China.
a satellite that wiped everyone's minds of the events that happened that day, so no one knows that Iron Man got drunk and murdered.
Yeah, after he decided to stop being an alcoholic.
Right? He did the same thing when Peter Parker revealed himself. He just turned on the mind-wiping satellite.
That was the devil guy granting the wish.
Oh, that's right, Mephisto. And then
No, it wasn't Mephisto. Was it
Mephisto.
Yeah, then he's like,
one
Aunt
more
May
day.
dies, or your
Aunt
Lose
May
your
dies,
marriage.
or you don't marry Mary Jane.
Are you having problems?
Yes.
I don't know why Marvel. I get the whole Peter must suffer.
Oh, this one sucked.
I get the whole Peter must suffer storyline. Like Peter Parker is never allowed to succeed.
Yeah. No, he's allowed to succeed. He's just never allowed to be happy.
Giraffe top.
Like the comic where Peter, I think he's falling out of a building, and he sees this, and it's just. It cuts to him falling, and then it cuts to like a swimming pool, sidewalk, building.
I love that.
And then he lands on the sidewalk and goes, of course.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's Peter Parker luck. And I get that, but dude, give him MJ. He was supposed to... Give him MJ.
Oh, no,
Or the midget girl from Superior.
no, who's the blonde bitch?
Felicia.
No, not Felicia Hardy.
Gwen
That's...
Stacy.
Yeah. That was his first love, and he killed her.
But that also... That's okay, because that adds to the whole, like...
Yeah, that made him who he is.
That made him who he is.
Dude, are you
Having trouble. It worked. See how easy it happened the first time?
fucking clearly?
Anyway.
The fact that it can't work multiple times says a lot.
It's almost like this little tab invention.
It was the best thing that could have
These
happened.
pop cans.
He's definitely gonna cut his fucking lips on that.
Yeah, I know. Did you know before the pop top thing happened, soda, you would have to carry the bottle opener with like the hook, and you'd have to open your.
That's why if you
sucks.
look at old bars, they have them dangling from the wall and stuff.
Yeah, that sucks. That's so inefficient, or not inefficient, but just like, why didn't they think of that right away?
The fact that you still have to do it with like, what is it? Condensed milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, it's just fucking.
I like how they
Pop
keep
top.
the condensed milk.
No!
Because you gotta pop one top, then you pop the other side so it flows.
Yeah, the small one and the big one.
Remember when
What she
Coors
said.
did the little lip that allowed for
That was
easier
Miller.
chugging?
That was Miller,
That was
yeah.
Miller. I remember when that happened. I was like, I might have to start drinking Miller all the time.
That's what happens when alcohol.
Yeah, but that's when you
is
just get a
business.
screwdriver and go.
Yeah, but dude, remember
Just
fucking...
shotgun the beer.
Yeah, remember shotgunning? Who the fuck enjoyed that?
I was more of a beer bong. Shotgunning, I hate it because I just made a mess.
Even beer bonging, it's like, I can drink this beer and get drunk at my own pace, or I can just get as drunk as I possibly
No,
can.
because the
and
thing
have
was,
upset
you go in the
stomach.
party, first thing you do, hit the beer bong, get that nice buzz going.
Who
from that
doesn't
beer.
pre-game?
Huh?
You're not pre-gaming on the way
You
to
get out of work, get to the party late. You're like, I need to get a buzz going to catch up with you guys.
Grab a bottle of rum and chug half of it.
Yeah,
Gets the Everclear going.
Oh, no.
Dude, no, Everclear, you just take a whiff of it and you're already drunk.
Rub it on your skin.
Yeah.
I remember the first
Watch
time
it melt.
Yeah.
First time I had, they said it was Everclear, which I got shit faced from it, so it probably was. It was a bad night. That's
It's
real
100, what, 180 proof?
Did I ever tell you the story when I drank Bacardi 151 for the first time?
I have a Wild Turkey 151 story, but yeah, you can give your Bacardi one.
The first time we played beer pong all night, and I was already probably 10, 12 beers deep. So everybody left, and it was just me, Kyle, and my friend Laura hanging out. So
your friend
there was
Laura? Kyle's not your friend?
Well, you guys know Kyle. Has Kyle been on the show? I don't even remember.
What's
Kyle's
the
on
last
the
name?
show.
I like how it's super easy to derail her.
Yeah. Anyway, so
a brick wall.
all of a sudden there was a bottle of the counter, so I drank this much of it in a matter of 5 seconds.
That's such a shitty amount. How thick was the bottle? There's so
it was
many
a bottle
variables.
this big.
A handle.
It was a pint.
Was it a handle?
It was like a pint.
Alright, if it's a pint.
151. So I probably drank 3/4 of it. I do not remember the rest of the night. I guess the rest of the night, we had street signs in the house that we hung up and stuff, so I grabbed them and started slamming them. And they had to literally drag me to the bed to get me in there.
It's not the first time that's happened.
Mine was, I stole a bottle of Wild Turkey 151 from my older brother. And we're in the basement.
I think I remember him getting that.
Yeah, fuck him though, dude. Before he started smoking weed and stuff, he used to rat me out all the time for smoking weed.
Oh, God.
And I was like, I know you're going to smoke next year. Think about what you're doing.
Remember when he quits weed and then he gets on your ass to smoking weed when he's not smoking weed?
Yeah. Dude, he told my parents, it was like, Chris did LSD. And then a year later, what do you know?
Is this the
the older. He used to be
He's been on
such
the
a
show.
snitch. Yeah.
the one that was on the episode?
Yeah, yeah.
The one that didn't want us to put stuff out because he
used to
wanted to
be
be a cop, and now he gave up on that dream.
Well, he didn't give up on
Wow.
the dream per se. It's just they went with
Someone who wasn't him.
friends and family, It
Yeah.
was one of those hires.
To go on.
Yeah, so I steal the bottle of 151, and me and my friends all take a shot, and it goes down so fucking smooth. We're like, oh, Andrew must have known I was going to steal it, so we watered it down. Nope.
Yeah.
So we drank the entire fucking bottle. I remember looking at the TV and seeing 4 screens, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they were spinning, and it was the episode of Aqua Teen where Carl moved out and the giant scream, or no, the Aqua Teens moved out and the giant screaming monster moved in. Yeah. And Carl's like, enough of this, I'm gonna go out there and deal with it right now. And he walks out of his house and sees it's the giant monster and goes, hey, and then, or the monster yells at him and he goes, oh, nothing, never mind. And he goes back inside. I was like, I saw that and I started geeking out and then I started vomiting. So they gave me a trash can and I vomited into it and then I collapsed on it and stabbed myself with plastic and got vomit all over myself.
Hot.
So now they're holding me up and walking me to the couch. And in my brain, I thought they put me on the couch and were shaking and jostling me. But really what they were doing is they were carrying me to the couch. So I kept screaming, don't move, stop moving, stop moving. So now my friend's got my legs, my friend's got my shoulders, and they're just holding me above the couch. And anytime they start to lower me, I go, stop fucking moving me!
They should have just dropped your ass.
Eventually they do, right? And then the next morning they're like, Chris, what the fuck happened?
It's why you gotta be a dick?
Well, I woke up and I was like, why were you guys fucking with me when I was so drunk?
And they're like, why were you fucking with us?
And
You were so drunk.
And then they were like, look at the room, Chris. And I was like, oh, fuck, my bad, guys. They're like, you're not allowed to drink hard alcohol.
That is why Chad stopped drinking hard alcohol.
Yeah, that's why I gave up too.
Yeah.
When you drink actual moonshine, you step outside and the fresh air kicks you.
The best thing is, I can drink whiskey and be fine.
Whiskey is my...
If I drink vodka, that's my angry Chad.
Whiskey will make me try to fight you, start crying, tell you I love you, and then try to fight you again.
I was right when you get us comfortable and happy.
I'll start throwing punches. Yeah, whiskey is my fucking fight juice. I don't like whiskey. Vodka, I can sip and just be perfectly fine.
Vodka makes me sad.
Rum makes my mom fight. When my mom drinks rum,
I thought he was gonna say something else. I was like, what the fuck is this going to?
We went...
Mom.
No, that's anything.
I love your mom, so I'm sorry for saying that.
I don't know your mom, so I'm gonna stay away from that.
She'll be drinking rum and cokes. We'll be at trivia, and she'll be like, I'm gonna have rum tonight. And me and Bob will be like, you sure?
It's have tequila.
She's like, yeah, I'm gonna drink rum. And then fucking 4 questions into the first round, Bob, you're a fucking piece of shit. And it's just oh, god damn it, Mom. And a team gets a question right that we did. Fuck you! And it's just
and really.
And it's all right, Mom can't have rum.
Everybody there is like...
And then my dad will have 2 beers, get drunk, and because he's going deaf, he'll start screaming without realizing.
I still can't believe how much of a lightweight your dad
He's
is.
such a lightweight.
His dad's like a
2 beer queer.
Bud Light Lime guy.
Yeah.
Bud Light is trash.
2 Bud Light Limes, man. He's set for the night.
I did have the Bud Light seltzer.
Just buy White Claw at that point.
No, my aunt gave it to me. My aunt gave it.
Look, buy White Claw and be a real white girl.
Yeah.
My aunt gave it to me, and the only reason she buys that one is because the highest alcohol content.
The Loyals have 9. What is the Bud Seltzer?
Well, seltzers can't go above 6.
Really?
Yeah.
There's Loyal also makes a seltzer, but it's 4.5. And
Yeah.
it was like 9, 4.5, 9.
Yeah, they can't go above 6 on a seltzer. Which I think is bullshit.
Nah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink a 40 proof beer. You
Yeah.
know? like,
At that point, it's just like,
that sounds terrible.
You know what's hilarious that happened to me today?
no.
I forgot to say this earlier. I went to vote today, as you do on voting day.
Today was voting day?
Do you want to talk about who you voted
Oh,
for?
I voted.
was it presidential or was it local?
It's primary.
It's
so
primary, so it's
Oh,
just for
So it
delegates
doesn't
and all that
fucking
shit.
matter.
Gives a fuck.
How did we go? So, but
She's
fucking-
taking care of a newborn child.
Who
No,
did
we
you
were
vote
both
for?
went in. We both went in separately.
And who did you vote for?
I voted for Bernie and Biden.
Why?
I'm not voting for Trump.
I'm not vote. No, I would rather vote for Trump over Biden.
Or Bernie.
No, I'd rather.
Bernie's a scam artist. This is the second time he's run the same fucking scam. Vote for me, dude. Give me a bunch of money. I'll totally run for president. Oh, I'm losing. I'm out. No refunds.
Yeah.
He did that twice.
First time he did it is because Hillary Clinton
First time-
rigged the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And the
First time-
second time he did it was because Joe Biden was like, I'm going to touch all the little girls.
And it's like...
Hey,
And then won the major vote.
But at the same time, if you're losing in a campaign against...
tell me the story.
If you're losing your campaign to a senile pedophile, maybe you shouldn't be in the game. You know what I mean?
Well, it's honestly, if he never mentioned socialism, he would have been perfect.
Dude, the people in the streets rioting are screaming about socialism, so... No, he's just either a scam artist or a really bad politician.
These fucking Nikes belong to me.
How many old people... What's the...
Socialism.
That's literally what they're doing!
What's the difference in, like, age demographic?
Between Bernie and Biden?
No, I don't care. They're both old guys, so anyways, fuck that. I mean, like, in terms of, like, in America. Because I feel like that'll break that...
There's a lot of young people. It's a lot. What are you asking?
He's trying to figure out what the...
Like voting wise?
Yeah, because, like, that breaks down, like,
Alright,
who votes in what direction more likely.
Young people don't vote, old people do. Old people tend to vote to whatever they're most comfortable with, whatever they can relate to the easiest. Right now that happens to be Trump. Before it was Obama. Before it was Bush. That's how this goes. Young people don't vote. Well, and I also am okay with young people not voting. Because young people that are like 18 years old are probably some of the dumbest people on earth.
Don't or can't.
They just don't.
So I'll say, at least in my case, I can't go out and vote because I'm physically stuck at work when voting time is.
But at the same time, if you told your boss, I want to go I want to exercise my democratic right to vote in this
and
election.
then I tell him who I'd vote for, and he'd say, no,
No,
you can't go.
no.
You can sign up for mail-in ballots too.
Mail-in is sketchy.
Yeah.
I don't trust
But
mail-in.
hey,
They
want to
say
something
that.
funny? I was in the middle of a story before I was rudely
I
interrupted.
just wanted
think it's
everyone to know
rude.
that this retard votes for socialists. Cameras.
Bernie.
I would have voted for him too.
No, I was there, and behind me,
Biden? Yeah, I'm picking Bernie.
You can keep talking. We just said
behind
that
me,
thing.
this guy probably a little shorter than me, not probably
It's
like
like 4'2".
probably like 5'5". He was
4'1".
wearing one of those little Irishman hats. What are they called?
The cabbie hat?
Yeah, like a cabbie hat. He had like a black bandana on, black shirt, black sweatpants.
I wonder who he's voting
black.
for.
No, jeans, black sweatshirt. Walks in. Where's the other exit? And the guy's like, it's this. He's like, that's not safe. What do you mean we have to come through this entrance and exit through the same door? It's
Sir, are
not
you
safe.
plotting something?
It's like, do you have a bag that's filled
No,
with heavy things?
I'm standing there, and he was like 2 people behind me, and the other guy was just looking at him, and the guy who was working was being wicked cool about it. He's like, yeah, I know it's bad, but we have people entering,
It's like, just don't bitch
and you're
about
gonna
it.
exit, but you need to like stay 6 feet apart, so we're not letting people in the doorway, so you can exit, and then we'll bring people in.
It's like one person
They
at
were
a time. It's
being
fine.
like good about it, and he's like, this isn't safe. I'm gonna call somebody who's in charge here, and he's like going on a big rant about it, and me and the other dude are just like, you see the glowing signs? There's exit signs over there. If you really feel that uncomfortable, just go through the other exit. They're not gonna stop you.
That's
Like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna attack you. He's going through the other exit.
How old was he? That's my question.
He had to be about like probably 20s.
That's It's what I was saying earlier. That's an Antifa LARPer.
Yeah, he's the guy trying to start shit.
He goes there, he dresses in all black, he's gonna bash the fash, but he's too scared to go to the protest and fight cops, so I'm gonna go make trouble at the voting booth.
I'm not. That's what's worse. It's like
You, dude.
just
Don't fight a cop if you want to fight a cop. See what happens.
Fight anybody. It's not worth it.
Unless you're getting paid to in an arena while people from Vegas watch, there's no reason to fight anyone.
I want to hit this guy.
Like,
I would have been like, sir, you're making me feel unsafe, and
I feel threatened!
and I may or may not be carrying a gun. Your move.
No, because then Chad would have gotten tackled to the ground and beaten the shit
But
out
at the
of
same time, rights bear arms, bro. You can't hit me for holding a gun. As long as I'm not pointing at
There
it.
wasn't even any police officers there, too. I was surprised.
No, there was one.
No.
No, I bet
There's
Probably.
probably one in
plainclothes
like,
officer. There's always one.
You can see his badge, but you can't see like him in all
Last
uniform.
election cycle, when I went to go vote at DMS, I walked in and it was like in the middle, like a lull. Like I happened to walk in when no one else was walking in, but people were still voting. And I walked up to the cop and I went, "So where am I supposed to go to vote?" And I worded it weird, and he just kind of looked me up and down and he went, "You sure you're here to vote?" And I was like, Yeah. You know, 'cause you know me, I wear all black, my hair is long, you know.
And it's like,
but I said, and in my head, I was like, "Oh, he thinks I'm here to do harm." Because like,
he thinks I'm a weird person.
I look like an Antifa member, but I am furthest from it, man. I fucking hate that
Why
shit.
can't we all just be happy together?
Because oppression.
Because
Hey,
everybody
fun fact.
that makes the most amount of money
Do
is
you-
gonna
do you-
fuck your ass.
Did you guys hear...
Welcome back from that cut.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Did you guys hear
Holy
one of the most
shit.
pathetic things that's happened recently? Ruby Rose quitting Batwoman.
That's not
Because I quote, unhappy with the long hours required of her as a series lead, which led to friction on the set.
She got hurt during choreography, and being the lead, that means she's pretty much in every scene.
She couldn't be good at fighting, so she wanted to bitch about
It's
it.
not
What
even
the fuck did she expect?
You're on a show about female empowerment where women beat the shit out of guys all day. Of course you're going to be on set all fucking day. And of course you're going to be doing backflips and front flips and punching and kicking.
They're called bat flips, not back flips.
But it's like...
I saw the stupid joke. I was like,
You're on the fucking show about punching people and you're mad that you're getting hurt. It's like, come on, man. Bruce Lee got shot. And he never bitched once up until then.
Dude,
he didn't even bitch when he got shot. He was like,
imagine
what?
being Jackie Chan. Imagine Jackie Chan being like, "This is too hard. Where's my stunt guy?"
The old man
Yeah.
does his own fucking stunts.
Tom
Let him be
Cruise
happy.
does his own. Tom Cruise broke his fucking ankle in the last Mission Impossible movie.
Now he's going to space.
Now he's going
That's
to space!
That's the real reason why this launch happened. To test it so Tom Cruise can go to space.
God, I hope it's just the whole movie is just Tom Cruise being Tom, like a normal Tom, but in
No.
space.
No, you know how it takes 19 hours to get from Earth to the station?
That's the whole movie.
I want the bad guy and Tom Cruise to be on the ship, and the whole time they're just fighting.
For 19
And then
hours.
they're like, I'm going to the other side to sleep.
All right, sleep time. We're both tired. In a couple hours, though, I'm gonna fucking kick your teeth in.
That'll be the one fucking rocket that blows up.
Right?
I guarantee that's why they tested it for reals. They're like, we need
Oh,
this
absolutely.
Mission Impossible to be filmed. Because he needs to do that other movie, Edge of Tomorrow.
Dude, I honestly don't think if they do something in space, I'll be very, very
No,
surprised.
they are. He's filming it on the space station.
He's gonna film it in the ISS.
Who the fuck is fronting the money for that?
Tom Cruise and Scientology.
Well, there you go, Scientology.
What studio make Universal? No, they don't make Mission Impossible.
I think it's Paramount.
Yeah.
It's probably something Chinese.
You know how much money this movie's gonna make?
Not enough.
They're
to
gonna be
recoup
flying
it.
up and they're gonna be like, oh, you can see China from here.
Our investor lives there.
I'm going to see this movie in theaters. Like, there's nothing you can do to talk me out of it. I want to see Tom Cruise in space.
It's gonna be fighting with zero gravity.
That's
Get
all-
over here.
Dude, all I
Dude,
want
if he grabs like a spear or something and get over here.
I just want to see Tom Cruise.
They're not gonna be able to fix his height in post.
Yeah, exactly! The 5'6", 130-pound, 50-year-old man in zero G, like, "Whoa."
Fighting a 20-year-old jacked like Titan.
like some hot blonde on his arm, like
And Henry Cavill might be back.
yeah, fucking bring Henry.
Yeah.
He'll have an even bigger mustache. He'll
They'll
just
have the two swords and be saying fuck all the time.
fuck everything, and they're just in space. They don't even have to fight. I just want to watch Tom Cruise deal with space. I want to see like the rocket cam footage where he's like, ah, as he's getting hit with all the G's as they're blasting off.
How many times do you think he's gonna say Xenu on the way up?
I want to see him. I want to see Tom Cruise being like, "So where's the bathroom on the 19-hour flight?" And they're like, "You're sitting in it, bro."
And it's
then
like
him-
just
and
pissing
then
your suit.
him have to like psychologically be like, "I have to piss and shit myself." You know, like I want to see that scene. That's what I want to see. I want to see Tom Cruise react to space.
It's gonna be a great movie.
Dude, I can't. I physically
Here's my fucking finger through a razor blade like 2 weeks ago and it still hasn't healed.
like a open face razor blade or like.
Like just a razor blade. I was cleaning out I bought a new car, so I was cleaning out my old car and I just went to go grab some stuff and just razor blade and I felt it poke the bottom of my nail from the inside. And I was like,
Oh, so you went right through.
Oh, yeah, I went
like
all
the
the
whole
way.
meat and potatoes.
and I was like, do I need to get stitches? Nah. And now it's like, I should have got stitches.
Oh yeah, this scar I put
Yeah.
a knife right through my knuckle. I was like, probably should have got stitches.
But it's been like 2 weeks at this point.
They need to do a Wonder Woman TV show. Going back to the whole Ruby Rose thing, they need to do a Wonder Woman TV
They got
show.
Wonder Woman
Yeah.
89 or whatever. She's a movie star. Wonder Woman is famous enough to draw movie audiences. Batwoman is not. So that's why Batwoman's on TV. Like, if they made a Wonder Woman TV show, it wouldn't be good because the budget wouldn't be there.
Yeah, but
So-
to be fair, The Flash should be popular enough. To be...
Yeah, he's not,
The Flash is popular with comic book fans.
but not with like
Not with-
home people.
But how the fuck did Aquaman get a movie before The Flash?
Because it's Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
I wouldn't mind a recast on that.
I'm pretty sure 90% of the audience was women.
It doesn't bother me.
Women and Chad.
Like, I want Aquaman to be that very tall.
You wanted to be Zac Efron.
No, I wanted him to be Bradley Coops.
That's a bad
No,
idea.
it should have been Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, absolutely.
He's already.
Or no, his brother.
But you know what I mean?
Liam Hemsworth should have been his brother.
He should have been a tall, blonde, muscular guy.
Yeah.
You know, an Aryan Ubermensch. See?
Jesus. So do you want to cut that one too?
No,
or-
but Aquaman is a tall, blonde-haired,
Oh
blue-eyed
yeah,
guy.
no, I
you
know it is.
No, but out of all these new action stars, who do you think could win the fight in their prime between the old and new?
No, see, you can't say that.
Yeah, I hate when you do this, Chad. You'll be like, which celebrity would win a fist fight? And then you start putting limitations on it.
All the only limitation is in their prime.
No, just put all of them in a cage at their current
See-
age, and let's just fucking see what happens.
Oh, God.
Do you think Jackie
Yeah.
Chan still has it?
Oh, Jackie Chan definitely.
He's making it to the top 100.
He's got an upper hand on everyone.
All right. Everyone gets their signature thing. So Arnold gets barbells, and he can fucking throw punches with barbells.
Dude, he probably still could.
Yeah.
What the fuck does The Rock have though? Like 100-pound dumbbells?
No, The Rock-
No, he has the smell.
He has to dress in his costume. He's the only one allowed to climb on the cage.
Like, who do you think would win a fight? Jean-Claude Van Damme?
It's
Or
Jean Claude.
yeah.
Jason Statham?
I mean, okay, Jean-Claude in his prime, silk underwear, flying on cocaine.
Oh, so you're talking about the Street Fighter movie?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Street Fighter movie. Jason Statham, I guess.
Probably like 6 years ago.
Oh, Jason Statham from
Transporter.
no
Crank.
Crank. Yeah,
Oh my God.
Jason Statham from Crank. That's like an even fight, but I give it to JCVD because of height
Yeah, Jean
And the
Claude
splits.
and the splits.
Fuck the fact that he's
Yeah, but
like
Jason Statham could do the splits.
But do you
too.
remember when Jason Statham threw the guy out of the cab and just went, terrorist, terrorist, and all the white ladies started beating the shit out of him? Dude, Crank is an amazing movie.
Crank is a movie that was actually made.
Oh, does it look like is cunt written on my forehead and then cunt appears on his forehead? So Jason Statham in that movie has reality-breaking powers.
That's why when the
Fact.
the second Ghost Rider movie came out, and they said it was made by the dude to make Crank. I thought it was going to be a
hype as
great
fuck,
movie.
dude.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't
That
gonna
movie,
be.
the best movie about that movie was Christ on a Cracker. So I used to say
Oh
that. Then they said it. Made me happy.
The fucking-
Isn't that from South Park too? Doesn't Mr. Garrison always say that?
Holy poop on a steak.
Yeah.
That's such a shitty fucking movie.
The Ghost Riders, yeah.
Why?
Very
Why? Can we just not have?
Because
a good
this
movie?
this is before Marvel got bought by Disney and
And,
didn't know that formula sells.
Yeah.
Don't do anything creative.
Well,
Stick
Ghost
to
Rider
the
was owned by
formula.
Fox, I believe.
Yeah, but they were doing that Marvel Knights or whatever. It
Yeah.
was Ghost Rider,
Yeah.
the Punisher, the crappy Daredevil movie.
Look, the Punisher movie.
Punisher
was good.
Warzone sucks.
No, the one
first one
yeah.
sucks. The second
No,
one.
whoa.
What? I love Thomas Jane's Punisher.
Wait, hold on. We gotta scroll back a second. The
Which-
one where he beats the dude down the stairs and uses the popsicle on his back.
Yeah, that's Thomas Jane.
That's a fucking great movie.
yeah.
But they have the Russian in there, and he just gets punched out a window, and you never see him again.
That's fine.
The Russian is
that was
like,
such a cool fight.
but the Russian is the Punisher's like.
Because he's fucking he bangs against him to get the gun, and he just goes.
Okay, That one had cool fights, but that one didn't fit what The Punisher is right. Remember in the sequel where he puts the guy in the glass bottle recycling plant and just turns it on, so the guy's getting fucking like torn apart by broken pieces of glass.
Dude, there was that scene at the beginning where
That's
he
the
dangles
Punisher.
from the fucking chandelier and just spins. I'm like, that's so stupid. That's not even cool, stupid.
But that is comic book.
To be fair, I haven't finished Warzone.
Oh, dude, the scene where he's outside the mafia house and like he just fucking pulls up like an MG60 and just starts killing all the mobsters.
Yeah.
And then he does the Batman Year One thing where he comes in, turns out the lights, and he's walking on the table. And he's like, I'm a super badass and you're all criminals. And they're like, fuck this. And one guy tries to pull his gun out and he just starts executing them with his pistol and he throws his knife and shit. And it's super badass.
But Thomas Jane is Year One Punisher. At the end, he does drag John Travolta's guy from his car.
John Travolta was the bad guy in that movie.
That was the worst part about that fucking movie.
Dude, remember how he gets the t-shirt? Hey, Dad, I found this cool shirt.
Like, I'll agree that's a campy as shit scene, but also, like, for the time, it's not bad.
Did you guys like John Bernthal's Punisher?
Is that the short one? With the laundromat?
Netflix.
Oh, no.
No, that was Thomas Jane who did that, too.
I liked that Netflix short. That was really good.
That wasn't Netflix, it was just YouTube.
YouTube short, I mean.
Yeah, that was Thomas Jane. He was from the first movie.
I like that.
Was Thomas Jane the actor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he made a good Punisher.
Frank Miller, the written Punisher,
Yeah.
Punisher Max is some of the best Punisher out there. Written wise.
It's brutal and everything.
It's Punisher Max, man.
I think the Netflix series did well.
I didn't like it.
It was a good Year One, but after that, I just want him to go balls to the wall to start killing.
It's Netflix, I'm not going to do that.
He doesn't look... He's too short.
Yeah.
Punisher needs to be like...
6 foot tall.
The point of the Punisher is like he's just a giant dude. Like he uses his
intimidation.
That movie with Liam Hemsworth where he's gonna save the little Indian boy. Chris Hemsworth, where he's gonna save the little Indian boy. In all those fight scenes, he's taller than everyone else.
Yeah.
So what he's doing is he's just picking people up and throwing them.
Just using his strength and leverage.
That's how Punisher
The cool thing about the Punisher too is he can actually beat like high class Marvel heroes.
He can beat up Spider-Man. Yeah, I know. He's done it. It's cool. But
not anymore after he learned Spider Fu.
The guy
after he lost his spider sense, he had to go train with the Spider Clan.
He should have trained with Iron Fist, if anything.
Yeah, that would have made for a better story.
Or Shang-Chi or someone. or he should have gone up to Power Man and been like, we're about the same strength. Teach me to throw a punch. You know what I mean?
Like, so teach me how to use my strength.
Yeah.
That's for another episode, talking about how Spider-Man could just whomp everybody if he was properly trained and use his full potential.
I don't know, because
he's stronger than Captain America.
He's stronger than Captain America. And when Spider-Man went balls to the wall with Spider Sense, he still lost a fist fight to Cap.
Because Spider-Man holds back. They stated he held back.
He even said halfway through the fight, he was like, I entered this fight, and it's like, oh shit, I actually gotta work. And then, so he starts doing it, and then he realizes, like, oh, when Cap throws a punch, he's thinking 5 punches ahead of that punch. Yeah. That's why he'll always beat you.
Well, that's what I'm saying, if he was properly trained.
I think Cap is the best fist fighter in the Marvel Universe. Just like...
I could probably agree to that.
Just because. Like, you got Power Man, who's just big, invincible black dude that just throws haymakers, and it's like, yeah.
Well, he has the benefit of anytime you hit him, it doesn't really do much.
Yeah, and then you got fucking Iron Fist, who in the comics was so cool, but in the TV show was so fucking...
That's why you don't look at the TV show.
I can make my fist glow, but you're missing the whole thing where he's like this martial arts expert that knows every martial arts and can like...
Do you know anything about Shang-Chi?
I read a little bit of him. Apparently he buys AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics. They're the guys that wear like the beehive costume. And he flies around in a Lego Hoth speeder that someone used as a model to draw his spaceship, but it's very obviously this Lego Hoth speeder. And that's where I was like, I think I'm good on Marvel, you know? It was like...
Supposedly he's the best martial artist in the...
he's like, not Lightning Lad. I think he's called the Karate Kid in the DC, where he's just the best fighter ever.
Was it made in the 70s?
Legion of Superheroes, so you're, 30,000 in the future.
No, what was it? Did it come out in the 70s?
60s, 70s, 50s.
Yeah.
It's when Boy
To
Superman.
look at very obscure heroes from the 60s and 70s.
I love him, man. Arm fall off boy. So cool.
Stilt Man.
Stilt Man.
Daredevil's arch rival.
When Punisher killed Stilt Man, I was genuinely upset because I like the idea of a guy who's like, I want to rob banks way up there. So he just
It's like
makes
the most
stilts.
unpractical thing ever.
Yeah. Like, all someone has to do is just kick one of your legs out and you're fucked.
But it's Stilt Man. He's got stilts and a laser gun. It's fucking rad.
That's like the Flesh.
I know.
He's super stretchy and super naked.
That's
It's
why I love
super
My Hero
cool.
Academia. They have a hero just like rides a bike, but he always gets his ass kicked. But no matter what, he just
They
gets
have
up
the
and
same guy
always
in
goes.
One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Oh, One Punch Man. I mean,
Yeah, Mumin Rider.
my bad. Wrong anime.
Right there.
Yeah, but no matter what, he just gets up and gets right back in the fight. That's why One Punch Man loves him.
No, buddy. I didn't do anything. You softened him up for me. Just gives the credit to the
Yeah.
guy like, right then and there. And
So Tom was just like, I want none of the credit. I just
I still
want to
can't
punch
believe how
things.
good that show is.
How? Why? It's amazing.
I thought it was gonna be the stupidest
Because
fucking
think
show
about
ever.
the concept. Here's a guy who can never lose. He wins every fight with one punch.
And he's actively looking for a loss.
Right?
No,
And
but the way people hyped it up, I'm like, this. It's like My Hero Academia. I didn't think I would like that. But
Dude, all you have to do is watch the Boros fight, and you literally know it's a great show.
and what's his sidekick's name?
Saitama?
In One Punch.
Yeah, Saitama.
He's
well,
awesome.
Saitama's the
cyborg.
main character.
Oh, Genos. My sorry.
Genos, yeah.
He's awesome.
And
sorry.
if he would be the main character if this was a different anime.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what's the best part about Genos. Genos is totally the main character of his own story.
He's the main character, but not of this one.
But then he looks at Saitama and he's like, so cool.
the best thing about One Punch Man is the way he like does the manga is a perfect storyboard for the anime.
That's actually how I found out about the anime was on this forum for like animation and cartoons and comics and stuff I was on. They were like, check this out. I made a GIF from this manga I'm reading, and it was Genos firing the laser and the laser spiraling towards Saitama, and then Saitama like sidestepping it,
He's
and
just
then
like, yeah, okay.
and then getting ready to throw the punch, and then stopping just before he hit him. And it was like 35 panels, and when you played it all together at once, it looked like a flip book. And I was like,
And then when they animated this scene, and like you watch that right behind Genos, and it's like he just obliterated every mountain behind
Yeah.
him for like.
then when I saw the anime, I was like, I recognize that fucking panel.
It's like I know this animation.
Yeah, the anime goes perfect with the manga. And even check if you look up his like, he likes to do a lot of Marvel art just because.
Oh, dude, Japan love. Did you ever?
His Spider-Man's great. The way he draws Spider-Man.
The anime Marvel shows that were on G4.
Those are kind of bad.
Those were kind of.
They were kind of bad, but the art style was nice.
What was the
Well, for
one
some of them.
where the kids? It was
The
like,
Iron Man one was cool.
it was like Beyblade and Marvel mixed together, where the kids were collecting like little like trinkets, and then you would throw the trinket out, and you get like a little version of that Marvel hero, and then you would make them battle each other, and there was like some sort of evil corporation, and like the main character has a little Captain America and a little Giant Man, and like that's his stable, and he goes and fights like who do you have? And I got MODOK and Black Panther, and then they make him fight, and it's like
MODOK?
MODOK, mental organism
he's
only
like
designed for killing.
Oh,
He's
He's
the
like-
head with the little legs and arms and the giant
Oh,
shell.
okay.
He's what Peter Dinklage should be in the Marvel universe.
well,
Should have been. Or
It-
Patrick Stewart.
I could
Ian
support Patrick
McKellen.
Stewart.
Just any old distinguished actor, make him a giant head.
He has to be English.
No, because
Yeah.
Peter Dinklage is the right height. Just give him like the suit
Racist.
around him. That's not racist. It's heightist.
Also, MODOK's 10 feet tall. He's a 10-foot
I
tall
thought he was
head.
like probably 5 feet.
No, he's a giant head.
It's like saying McGill Gorilla.
Yeah, like you need.
Is it McGill
The
Gorilla?
point you gotta get someone that. Who's the guy?
Oh no, Gorilla Grodd. Sorry.
Who was the mayor?
McGill Gorilla. If I can imagine him stomping around DC and Marvel.
We're gonna make a superhero book called Milla the Gorilla.
McGill Gorilla.
Remember that? Remember when Cartoon Network used to do like music videos?
No.
Remember
Yeah.
the McGilla Gorilla
Yeah.
rap? Got a gorilla for sale. McGilla Gorilla for sale. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. That was
Back when
legit.
Cartoon Network was cool.
And they would have like They May Be Giants did that Ed, Edd and Eddie song.
Yep.
Ah, and the Courage the Cowardly Dog one.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was such a good show.
You know my favorite intro to the cartoons? The Action League Now show.
Oh yeah, he
What was
wrote
it called?
Actually, now.
No, the actual show, Kablam.
Oh
Kablam.
my god.
They had the Toasters theme. One of the Toasters ska band with the intro.
Best intro for a cartoon of all time is C-Lab 2021 by the Calamines.
What show?
So the show is C-Lab 2021.
It shows you how much I know.
It was a good show. I didn't get too much into it because it was on way too late.
Because that is where you'll find me.
Wasn't that a show where it was an actual cartoon? They just
It was called C-Lab 2020, and then
Yeah.
they did 1 year after, and everyone's gone insane. Because they live under the fucking ocean. And Pod 7 always blows up, because Hench is a douche. Towards the end of every episode, Hench will call in and go, "Hey, we're having problems down here at Pod 7. Fuck you, Hench. Well, fuck you guys, too.
You know the problem with that show is it would never work now.
No.
A lot of the old
All
ones.
those old Hanna-Barbera.
Especially Space Ghost. Wouldn't
Harvey
work.
Birdman.
That wouldn't work.
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law, starring Stephen Colbert, back when he was good.
That was a good show.
I was watching his late night last
Power
night.
of
It was
attorney.
Okay.
Habeas corpus! And he shoots like a laser.
What do you think the worst Adult Swim show that was?
Oh god, that one where like Bob and the Bob and the Devil or whatever, where it's just like a slice of life cartoon where like God talks to this guy and he like has a house and a kid.
Only Japan could do slice of life stuff.
It was
Live
so
and keep
bad. That shitty Titmouse production with H. John Bonham playing the devil, Lucy Daughter of the Devil. That show sucked.
Was Pickles good?
I didn't like Pickles because Super J already existed. Like ultra violent,
Fuck
15
Super
minute,
Jail, dude. I remember when we were tripping, we put that on for like a second.
and you weren't into it.
No.
Dude, the first time I saw Super Jail, I was like, my jam. Bright colors, lots of violence. I am.
Well, I've
so-
seen the show before, so I'm like, this show's insane. It'll be fun. No,
It's-
because something just happened. There was a lot of blood, and I'm just like,
Yeah, when Jailbot just decides to murder half the prison's population.
oh, moral oral.
Moral Oral, first season.
No, was that the one with the claymation with the little kid?
Yeah, it's a Dino Stamatopoulos.
Yes. The show just got sadder and sadder. It's like, stop being funny.
Well, no, because
Did you ever see it?
Adult Swim was only for chicken.
yeah,
Oh, Robot Chicken,
season
yeah.
1 of Moral Oral is just like, hey, he's from State Soda in a town called Moralton, where at the very center of the town is the church.
It's
And
like a fake religious show.
And every episode is Oral literally interpreting the Bible and then like accidentally summoning zombies. And then everyone's mad at him for summoning zombies because the zombies are naked and nudity's a sin. You gotta put clothes on them. And it's like, that's the first season. Then the first season ends with him going on a hunting trip with his dad where they both reveal they hate each other and the dad gets drunk and shoots him in the leg. And then season 2 is about Oral's family and how they interact with each other, and it's just like, holy shit, this is brutal. And then season 3 ends with that fucking awesome song by the Mountain Goats, where it's panning up from the mom and dad laying in separate beds with a literal divider between them after the whole episode was showing you the dad's day and the mom's day, and how the only reason they got married is because the dad is gay and, well, you gotta marry a girl, so he's a fucking retarded alcoholic. And the mom, well, I can't get a divorce, so she stays with this obviously gay, drunk alcoholic man and just pops out kids and hates her house. Like, there's a scene where she's scrubbing the floor, and it's just the silent scene of her scrubbing, and then she gets more and more aggressive with the scrubbing, and then she goes, clean! And just stands up, and it's just like, oh my god, holy fuck! Moral Oral is my favorite animated show.
Yeah.
I love that show.
How much effort did it take to make that show, too?
A lot. That's why Adult Swim canceled it.
Yeah.
Because they were like, you're getting too dark and it's too cost expensive. And Dino was like, dude, we're transcending. This isn't a comedy show. We're doing something here. Please let me keep making it. And they were like, no. And he was like, all right, fuck it. Frankenhole. Here's this piece of shit. Deal with that.
Did you like home movies?
Of course.
Home movies was my first taste in the Adult Swim.
Mine was
You ever watched
C-Lab.
home movies? It has the dude who does
Metalocalypse. Made it. Yeah.
and has the voice of Bob.
H. John Bonham.
Oh God.
What's the kid's name? What's the kid's name?
Uh,
I just remember
Brendan.
Brendan, come here.
Coach, aren't I supposed to be playing soccer? Fuck that, Brendan. None of this matters.
please go on YouTube and watch some home movies.
I love
It's
when
the worst art style, but it's hilarious.
where he's like, it shows Coach McGurk and he's like drunk at 3 a.m. watching an infomercial about swords, and then it just cuts to him and he goes, swords. and then reaches for his phone.
That was me the other day. I almost was.
You just had a child. Make better decisions.
I don't have any money. That's why I didn't buy it.
Make better choices. You can buy a sword for like 21 cents
Yeah,
on
but it
Wish.
ain't gonna
Oh,
kill.
this is a cool sword, dude.
You can
It was,
make it kill.
Have you guys watch Forge and Fire? I think we talked about it.
Oh god.
It will heal.
It will keep. That guy's hilarious.
Did you see the video of his private knife collection?
Oh.
It's fucking insane.
Damascus.
Right? Twisted, bro, Damascus! And then it breaks every single fucking time.
I hate watching the show and you're like, dude, your handle is gonna break.
Bro, you
First hit, and you're like, this sword is unsafe for battle.
And it's like, you idiot. What about when they made like the pole axe or whatever, and the guy was like, well, I'm just gonna pour glue in and put the axe head in the head, and you're just like,
Oh my god.
and then
It's like, that's one way of doing it.
first swing, the axe head just comes flying off and sticks in
Was
the
that the girl? Because I remember a girl made one. She like kind of.
She made a really good one though. It was the girl versus the guy.
The guy did it.
The guy
Yeah,
fucked up. The
did
guy
it.
took the lazy route. And the
Yeah.
weird girl with purple hair who was dressed like an octopus. Yeah, it was weird.
Oh,
This
this
is a YouTube show or just like a...
It's
You can watch like the end on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Force
History
Fire.
Channel doesn't give shit for free for full.
Yeah. It's
This is History Channel?
History Channel. After Pawn Stars, man, all bets were off with History Channel.
Dude, I remember like 10 years ago, History Channel was only World War II
It was
documentaries.
only Hitler documentaries. And 10 years before that, it was outdated documentaries from the 60s.
Where do you think Chris got all his knowledge from?
Where do you think all my knowledge comes from? I used to come home from school and just watch a History Channel because it was just weird documentary after weird documentary. How It's Made, dude. was
How It's Made is great.
one of my favorite TV shows
Yeah.
growing up. I would
That
watch.
and Mythbusters.
I would watch. This is how
Learn how to
much,
make thermite.
this is how much of a fucking nerd I was growing up. I would watch Antiques Roadshow, How It's Made, and then whatever documentary was on the History Channel.
Dude, I would watch Antiques Roadshow all the time.
Oh, it's still good.
Be like, I think I have that.
Or even just going like, yo, that's from the 1500s, and it's worth $30,000.
It's like, why does this fucking schmuck have it?
You're lucky your fucking parents had the foresight to keep
See,
cool
I
shit.
feel like that show to me would be like to my parents when I walk into like Toy Vault and see all the toys I have. Being like,
Yeah.
I wish I wasn't a dumb kid that just went die.
Dude, all my toys that I broke.
All the Ninja Turtles toys and all the wrestling toys I used to have are worth
Yeah.
so much money.
Any Legos? I wish I had. If you had any Legos still in the box, it could be open even. As long as the instruction manual's there and all the pieces
Yeah.
are there, people will pay like $1,000 for that ocean research
Dude.
facility.
There used to be a little store, like an anime store, where they used to sell like all Dragon Ball Z stuff and all that. And they used to sell like the actual figures from Japan. And they were
Also,
like,
good ones.
I'm gonna take a piss real quick.
I'm gonna probably do that.
Come on. Don't get hurt.
But they used to sell like $20, $30 figures where I'd save up all my money from doing chores and stuff, go buy them. Now the ones you go on Amazon and all that, eBay, they're worth like $100.
Absolutely.
And they were ridiculous. Like they were like, they would have the buys and they would just have plastic arms. You could just pop the arms off like real cheap. I miss them. I hate all the decisions I made back in the day. I wish back in the day I had like the Noah
Hindsight.
just
Hindsight.
to
It's all
buy
hindsight.
2 of each thing.
It's all hindsight.
That's like, where is it? It's not hanging up over here. I bought like a Spawn toy, the clown from the Spawn.
Oh, yeah, the movie.
This guy, he had owned this like comic shop called The Pitcher's Man where he sold that and baseball stuff. But he was slowly dying and closing down. So he had like 3 of these things and they're worth like $40, $50. And he was selling for $5. So I bought one because I'm like, they're not going to be worth that much. I should have bought all of them.
Dude, it's all hindsight. It's all 2020. You can't look back and be like, I wish I did all that.
I hate everything.
That's fine.
You know what else that I hate?
Hey?
Having to pee. And once Chris walks over here and sits down, eventually, I guess I can drink this of your beer. We got a little boy over there jerking off in the corner.
It would have been better if he actually pulled his dick out and just walked over. It's like, well, can't put this on YouTube
The
now.
podcast would be over because you guys would be speechless. When people see my dick, their voice drops like 40 octaves and they go, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Because it's just so, even women.
I'm glad he overshot his own fucking path.
My use of the path.
I know, the path is different. When I was little, speaking of toys we wish we could have got, but didn't, I was like 12 or 13, I went to Disney with my family, and we went to Epcot, and we went to me and my little brother were like, we're gonna go to Japan,
Yeah.
you know? And just, we were looking at all like the cool models and shit, And in my head, I remember this clear today. I saw the Gurren Lagann like mech,
Yep.
and I was like, "The fuck is that?" Like not knowing what it was. And then fast forward like 10 years later, I'm watching Gurren Lagann, going,
And you're like, fuck.
"I could have bought that. Like I could have that model. Like, fuck."
Dude, I love hindsight.
Sucks.
That's what it is. Well, it's all terrible shit, but you know.
What was that? Captain Hindsight from South Park. It seems you should have locked your door. Thanks, Captain Hindsight. And then he flies away.
If it hasn't been recording this entire time, I would just leave.
Yeah, this has been one of the better ones.
No, it has. I'm just seeing if they had the time on it, but it doesn't.
It probably does. It's just behind the tape. The fact that he's holding his phone up with tape. Oh my. That's a really bad looking Gohan.
That's not that bad.
It doesn't look like Gohan because his hair looks.
It looks like generic Toriyama anime character.
Yeah.
It looks like Kid Gohan, you fucking piece of shit.
You know who's the worst character in DBZ? Gohan.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's rumors.
Right next to Tien. Gohan and Tien.
No,
Tien beats him out because he
the
Gohan
middle
cell
no,
right
there's
there.
rumors that after the Moro saga that's going on right now, Goku's gonna take Gohan off the train
Oh, fuck that.
He's done that so many times.
to really train.
To really train this
To
time.
really reels.
Can we just kill
I
just
can't.
kill off Gohan?
There was a lot more rumors that I just can't remember. But read the new Dragon Ball Super manga.
It's not
It's
bad. It's not.
manga.
It's
Yes.
not great.
Have you read it, the Moro one?
I'm keeping up with it. I don't read it just because
It's
it's.
so good.
So, like, do they power up?
No,
Yeah.
No one powers up
it's
at
all about technique.
Oh.
Well, I mean, technically that counts as a power
Is it-
up, but
No, because
Is it gonna be those?
No, the way they've been drawing it, it's a different animator. Toro.
A different artist.
Yeah. Toro.
What else
I
has
can't
he
remember
done?
his name.
it's the guy that's been drawing it
He's
for the last
Akira
while.
Toriyama's apprentice.
It's the guy who's been drawing it for the last fair while. isn't it?
Yeah, but the way he draws fighting is a lot better. 'Cause it's not. It's more cinematic, you could say.
Look,
I don't know.
I
As long as it's good as the 3D part of the new Broly movie, I'm happy.
Dude, we all knew when we saw the trailer that it was gonna be trash. That scene.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I don't give a shit.
it's a great movie, but the CG killed it.
I don't think it was that good.
It's one of the better.
Hot take.
Well, you're just the hot.
I've
piece
seen
of-
better action movies, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's Dragon Ball.
Even better animated.
Is it bad I can't watch Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z without getting goosebumps and like, you know when you get like super excited, you get like teary a little.
Yeah.
You get,
It's actually really bad. You're 30 with 2 kids.
yeah, 31.
31 with 2 kids, and you get goosebumps.
You are
Okay.
so old.
Like if we ever watch Dragon Ball around me, just watch me. Okay, like I can't help it. I just get like super excited. It's like,
Chad's just a meme.
fuck you, Chris. Fuck you.
Well, son, did I ever tell you the time I almost pissed myself with excitement over the new Dragon Ball Z movie?
Let me tell you,
Let me tell you, son. Now, see, the world was burning, but Dragon Ball Z was good.
There's always that one thing that just brings joy into your life, and
That's
watching
Dragon Ball
Goku
Z.
punch them bad guys.
Look how he hits Jiren. It's not like the other scenes. It's different.
No, look how he's just sitting there, powering up. Look at the hype.
Look at the hype, son.
Look at this for the last 5
fucking
minutes.
hype. Son, do you feel it? Do you feel the hype, son? Dad, I want to go play sports. No!
It's a joke.
I hope
Scream
your
with me! And he's
I
like,
hope your son loves sports and hates anime.
he's like,
Just to spite you.
he's screaming out of fear, but you're like, yes, power up, son! And you start screaming with him.
He'd be the
Feel the
first,
anger, let it
he
be
would
you.
definitely be the first kid to go Super Saiyan 2.
And then you throw him at him. Now go fight Cell! And he's like, what? And you just toss him outside.
It's like, dodge!
Oh, yeah,
The aliens invade. Go!
Like you're
Speaking of children,
right?
what horror movie do you think would permanently scar your childhood?
Jeepers Creepers fucked me up.
Ah, that movie sucked.
The original one.
You know what fucked me up the most?
Fucked me up.
The director was a diddler.
Yeah. I mean, American Werewolf scarred my childhood.
I don't think that would have for me.
I saw it when I was like 4.
Yeah, but I saw The Exorcist when I was like.
Yeah,
I saw that when I was 5 and that was fine for
But
me.
go-
The Exorcist? Oh man, that Poltergeist fucked me.
here's the thing, Chad. I lived across the street from a swamp where coyotes lived, so I hear them howling and like yipping and yelping, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "There's a werewolf in there too, ain't there?" And that was my fucking childhood. Starship Troopers also kind of fucking skewed me. Because I didn't get it was supposed to be satire when I was little, so I was
I feel
like,
like if
that
I-
shit's rad!
No, when I was
You
a
know?
kid, I feel like that would have hyped me up and like, Yeah, kill the alien.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't get that it was satire, so I was like, yeah, fuck those bugs.
Have you? I don't know if you guys have been to Disney. There used to be a ride that was like just some, I forget the exact name of it, but it was an alien ride, and you sat in these seats. They put bars over your shoulders. The entire room went dark, and it was like simulated an alien breaking out of the middle tube, like in terms of thing that fucked you up. I went in that when I was like 6 years old, and that fucked me
Was
up.
it the Buzz Lightyear?
It was the one on the other side of the Buzz Lightyear, because the Buzz Lightyear you sat and it had like a
The
glove.
Lilo and Stitch one?
It was the one before Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, see, I only saw it when it was the Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, no, that alien one fucked me up. Aliens, the movie, I loved it.
Tower of Terror fucked me up.
I'm nah.
Tower of Terror, because one, I didn't know what the ride was. My parents didn't tell me.
That's even better. Your parents don't tell you. You go straight up and you're like, oh yeah, this is a fun ride.
Well, you watch,
Dead drop.
You watch the whole fucking Twilight Zone intro, and I'm like, what's this
You're like,
ride?
what am I getting into? They're like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry
Do
about
you
it.
see it from the outside do the thing, or is it? I've never been.
You see
so.
the giant
It's the
tower.
worst.
You see the giant hotel tower, and you have to walk up this winding path where there's like gargoyles and spooky
So
kids.
it's not like Six Flags where you see it go.
It's like
No,
it's like
it's
the
a
Haunted
case.
Mansion.
That's cool.
In fact, when you reach the peak of the drop, you see out of
The doors
O,
open.
and you just see everything.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And then you drop as soon as that
Like,
happens.
you see the flash.
'Cause
The
the whole
doors
time-
open, see the flash, instant drop.
Because the whole time you get into this thing and there's like rows of seats, right? And you're sitting down, you're kind of like watching a movie as it moves you forward, gets you into position, and then it's telling you the story of the tower as you're going up, and it keeps getting more and more and more and more fucked up, and they're like, oh, we're at your room. And then the door opens up and you're just looking out to
Across Disney.
and before your brain can even process it, they drop you.
That's so cool.
At least they're nice enough to put the like handles on the sides of your seat.
Here's the thing.
You didn't know that when you were a kid.
No, and not only that, but as everyone's getting on the ride, they cut off at me and they go, you can't go. And then my dad goes, that's my fucking son, he's getting on this ride with me. And the guy was like, oh, whatever, one won't hurt. You know, we were back to, so I sit down between my parents, I don't have a seatbelt, I'm not on a seat.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
My dad had to
You
put
got
his
fucked.
arm on my shoulder to hold me
To
down.
stop you from launching into the...
Because I got off, I was floating for a second, and then my dad pushed me back down.
Yeah.
You know what the
That
funniest part of that
fucked
too
me
is?
up.
His dad wakes up every day being like, I couldn't have had this problem.
Yeah, if he had just let me go, I would have died.
And he's like, I could have been rich.
And then he could have sued Disney. But at the time, kind of liked me. Because I was going to be a cop and all
No,
that
it's
shit.
just foresight.
Yeah.
Hindsight.
Yeah.
It's all 2020.
I don't know, but I feel like,
We need to get him on the Tower of Terror.
Right?
He'd shit himself.
dude, I love those rides.
You like dead drops?
Dead drops. I don't like
The one in
those.
Universal's amazing.
Which one?
The I forget the name of it.
Oh, the one where you're strapped in and it goes up and down, up and down. This one is just
That's
like...
Six Flags.
They all have
Yeah,
it.
those they're
They all
basically...
have it. But the point of the Hollywood Tower, or the Tower of Terror, is the hype. It's not you sitting in a chair like, oh boy, here we go. It's they build you a whole fucking story.
They make you a part of it.
They bring you into it, and you're just... And same with the Haunted Mansion ride. Even though it's a dumb ride where you're just looking at TVs and shit, they get you in the mood for it.
At least, and so I've been on that twice. I went when I was a kid. I went when we recently went to Disney.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I mean, I went when I was a kid, and then I went when I was fucking graduating
I was
high
6
school.
four, so my parents were like, Six Flags.
I had rich grandparents.
I forced my way, but it's like even going back now, like I realize the difference, especially based on like height, weight, and like all different factors that make it a better ride now. But it's like, don't be that piece of shit parent and bring your kid on the fucking Tower of Terror. If your kid doesn't want to fucking go, just don't.
I mean, I didn't know what I was getting into.
And that's where it fucks you up.
And it was okay, because at the time I was like, I'm scared of this, but now I look back fucking fondly on those memories. I'm
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad my parents
You know what
did that to me.
ride fucks with the most? The Gravitrons.
Oh, where you're stuck against the wall?
That made me so
Have you
sick.
seen the
I'm
picture
so happy.
where the guy is everyone's stuck up against the wall
He's
and he's
standing
just
like this.
standing straight
Yeah.
up?
Imagine like the core you had
Right.
for that.
Um,
The teacups fucked me too. I didn't like the.
Yeah.
My
Oh, that's
brother
what you just get
My
sick
brother
of.
just spun it so
oh
fast.
my, dude, imagine my brother.
Yeah, your brother was probably a piece of
Imagine
shit too.
all four Rocco males. I'm 18 at the time. Andrew's 22. Bob's, I don't know, 40,
112.
40 something. Robbie's like 16. And my mom goes, "All right, boys, now you can spin it a little bit." And we all look at each other and grab.
You all do what you're doing. You're like, yes.
We're just like, sure. It's like,
Waiting for people to
Your
watch
flash.
Seriously, they overpowered me, so I got stuck up against the thing, and I just remember my hair being like, and like whipping behind me super fast. I never liked roller coasters ever. I don't trust them. I don't trust the people who build them or anything
So you won't
like
go
that.
on them now?
Same.
Still, I won't go on them. Nope.
I didn't go on the ones in Vegas because I don't trust those. Florida, I'm at least a little bit
I
more.
love
I
roller
did. The
coasters.
only roller coaster I've ever been on is Space Mountain. Oh, and Thunder, whatever.
Thunder Mountain.
That's not really a roller coaster, though. Splash Mountain's not really a roller coaster either.
No, Splash Mountain's another dead drop.
So you won't go on like Superman or any of that
Oh,
stuff?
God, no.
Dude, I don't want to go on Superman.
Dude, you
I don't-
cannot. You can pay me enough, but I will not go on Superman for under like $1,000.
One that's similar to Superman, if you ever get the opportunity to go to California and go to the Disney out there, there's an Incredibles ride. And it's fairly quick. It's a good roller coaster.
Yeah.
Like
But-
Disney's a good intro. To
My
roller
thing
coasters.
is like, what are those rides where you sit on the thing and it goes like
Oh, the
Like the
seesaw
pirate
boat
ship
rides.
but you're facing forward.
Yeah, the seesaw
it's
boat
not,
ride.
It's not this.
It's the pendulums.
It's
Yeah.
not you like doing that. It's you doing this.
Oh, the saw boats.
Yeah. Though I went on one of those when I was little and I got so I get motion sick on swings.
Yeah.
You know, so like roller coasters are right the fuck out. But when I went on Space Mountain, me and my older brother had done acid, okay, in Disney,
Allegedly.
and he was like, "You gotta go on Space Mountain, dude." And like we were coming down, it was like the end of the night. We actually we went during Christmas, so we had these passes to walk
There you
around
go.
in the park at night.
Yep.
And he was like, "You gotta go on Space Mountain with me." And I was like, "Fuck it, fine." And he goes, "Trust me, you're gonna love it." I was like, "Whatever."
No, you didn't.
And actually, I did.
Oh, okay.
So he sits in the very front, and I sit directly behind him. And he turns to the guy and he goes, "I'm so fucking ready." And already, I'm already like, "God damn it, Andrew!"
It's like you ruined it.
And as soon as we start moving, he goes, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What's happening? Why are we doing this?" We're going up, and he's going, "Oh shit! I don't like this. I don't like this." And we get to the top, and he goes, "What the fuck?" And as soon as he starts screaming, like ah! And doesn't stop screaming until the ride is over.
What were you doing?
Dude, it's only like it's only a 40-second ride
I
too,
know.
so it's just like
For 40 seconds, just what the fuck's happening?
How
dude?
long does a ride last in your head when you're tripping?
Same amount of time.
Oh.
Yeah.
and dude, what if you're at the peak of being like
We did it. The way we did it was we didn't really-
allegedly?
First off, we only took a small amount. It was a very low dose. So peaking wasn't like, it was just like, feeling good. We peaked when we went on that river raft ride in the Animal Kingdom.
They might have gotten rid of that. Oh no, I know what you're doing.
Where you sit in a circle and
Yeah,
you
I
get
know
splashed
what
by.
you're talking about.
Now, when we went to Disney, it was during when the Northeast was getting blasted by fucking blizzards constantly, and Florida it snowed once in Florida, so like everyone's wearing jeans and like.
And you're
fucking
wearing
coat-
a
and
fucking
wearing
t-shirt and shorts,
t-shirt.
and you're like, what the fuck's wrong with all of you?
And we get on the fucking ride, right? And like we weren't like, you know, it was like, but it wasn't like, you know what I mean? So like we were okay.
No.
Yeah. And the only other people in t-shirts and shorts with us was this other family, and so my parents
They're
struck
probably
up.
from Nebraska.
They're from Arkansas.
Oh, there you go.
And then my dad was like, "Oh, well, you know, how's Arkansas?" And he's like, "Fucking sucks." And they're like, "Why?" And they're like, "Clintons." And we were like, "What?" And he was like, "Oh, you don't know about the controversies the Clintons doing in Arkansas, all the sexual assault and human trafficking?" And we were like, "Excuse me?" And that's when the conspiracy started.
That's when you're like,
That's
okay.
why my brain went, I gotta pay attention to the Clintons. Because apparently, when Clinton was the governor of Arkansas, he did a lot of shady shit.
I was just waiting for it to explode. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
And I'm watching.
That Disney trip was awesome.
This is a good place
The
to go.
Small World ride,
No, fuck that.
dude, it was kind of fun. It's kind of fun tripping.
I can see a trip. I can see that, but it's like I'm not gonna know.
Because it's the whitest kids you know skit where they all take drugs, and the one guy takes the Small World where it makes you feel like you're on the Small World ride. So he's like sitting in his chair, he's kind of like bored, and then he goes, "Asians." Like that's what it was like. But the Hall of Presidents is great too. I love that.
Oh, the fucking animatronics in that.
I love it though.
The ones with the Donald Trump ones skeeved me out.
I didn't see the Donald Trump. He wasn't president yet. I went in during the Obama years.
All of those animatronics keep me out.
But I like it though, because it's like it's the oldest ride at Disney.
Oh yeah,
that's why I love it.
but it like still,
I like
animatronics are just.
If you have a chance to look up the Donald Trump one, I watched the YouTube video. It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
It is a creepy.
So is the Hillary one though.
The
They
Hillary
had like a
one's
Hillary one.
terrifying.
Was that there or was it somewhere else?
That's somewhere else.
I saw an animatronic of Hillary. It looks just like her now, and it's scary. She's a reptile.
Also,
She's probably a robot, anyways.
I like Epcot. Epcot's my favorite.
Epcot's amazing.
I like
What is that Epcot?
Epcot is the ball where you take a trip to the future, but it's the future according to people in the 60s.
60s and 50s. So like they're like there'll be flying cars in 2001, and it's 2019, and you're just like, no, it's not.
In the year 1993, we'll be able to have telephone conversations where you'll see the person you're talking to, and then it like cuts to like a family in front of a giant blue screen wearing headsets talking to you. I was like,
they thought VR was gonna be a
Do you
thing.
remember the movies back in the
the
day
VR
where
they show is just like that red scan line kind of VR that's in like mode 7, and you're like, this is terrible.
was that Back to the Future 2 where like
Yes.
like the video where it just pops up and like
Yeah.
I
Imagine how
love that
obnoxious that would be right now.
They're
Every
getting
time you
rid
get a
of
phone
that
call.
ride.
You have like stuff on the table, knocks it all over.
They're getting rid of that Epcot ride. They're modernizing it.
Wait, which one?
The one that shows the future. They're gonna modernize it.
That's fine to me.
Nah, keep it old and creepy. That's what's fun. Keep it old. Like, the idea is like, this is what they thought the future was going to be. That's the ride for me, is seeing someone else's, like, optimistic view of the future and being like, well, you got that right, you got that wrong, you got that right.
I just want to see it being super post-apocalyptic. Everything's on fire.
Like-
They're just like, ah!
Like, remember when they were theorizing about, like, the internet? Pretty soon, we'll be able to send information electronically across the globe in less than a second. And I was like, you fucking nailed that
It's
one.
like we're watching cat
Yeah, you
videos.
fucking nailed that one. Good job. They also got rid of the Norway ride, which just basically tells you the history of Norway.
Yeah, and they replaced it with Frozen, which is a bad idea.
Which is bad, because
Arendelle.
Fuck you.
I liked that Norway ride.
Yeah.
Because the whole time I was like, okay, and when did Norway get rich? When did Norway get rich? And then they're like... And
Norway
then,
never got rich.
And then when they're like, and then the discovery of crude oil, and they show a picture of like 4 oil derricks and they're like little straight, boosted Norwegian economy. And I was like, that's how you got rich. That's why your socialism works, because you have oil. Ha! Figured it out. Gotcha.
What was the... Oh, shit. It was the... I don't remember if it's an Epcot or not. I believe it might be. But it's the Yeti roller coaster.
I did ride that.
That's a good roller coaster.
Because I was talked into it again. Because my dad was like, no, it's more of those things where you just sit and kind of have a story. And I was like, I prefer that. to
It gives
sit.
you a story.
And then you go up, and then you go backwards, and I was like, not into this.
Yeah, but it puts you at like a fucking 15%
And then they-
angle, and then...
They have that ride at Six Flags where it does the whole thing. You go up, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're
Yeah, but that's a
back.
V. It just goes
That's
back.
a V that goes up and down. This is like a...
It's a, yeah, it's a
You're
whole...
climbing the Himalayas. You start in the
It's
village.
The tallest one in Disney?
I think so. The
Yeah.
Matterhorn. Not the Matterhorn. That's in Cali.
Yeah. That's
This-
also a good one.
This one is like... You start in a Nepalese village, and you're going to go hunt the Yeti. So, like, you slowly trek up the mountain, and then you
That's
wind
cool.
up in this ice cave, and they're spraying cold air at you, and, like, they're like you
It's like-
think you see the Yeti shadow, and you're like, oh, this is fucking rad. And then he pops out, and you're like, whoa, Yeti!
And then it's like,
and then you
click.
go backwards, and I was like, I didn't want this! you know? And you do the
It's
whole
like
thing
fucking
backwards.
35 miles an hour, and
Yeah,
you're just like,
yeah.
oh god!
Do you guys know what else is funny? I think all of the sites of Bigfoot are just sites of giants.
Thanks for this episode of Just Your Average
Wait, I got one more
Podcast.
thing to talk about.
It's been
You got one more, you got
great.
one more, you got
Hey,
one
you know
more.
Joe Rogan's getting Spotify?
$100 million.
$100
you
million.
get Spotify.
His name's gonna be on
Spotify,
the thing.
Spotify,
Click.
Spotify.
Spotify.
We don't need 100 million.
Give us
100,000.
give us like $100 a month.
Nah, because no.
I want a solid thing that I can split between the three of us and we'll be fine.
100,000.
Yeah.
100,000. Give us 100,000. We'll come to Spotify.
Just watch this episode.
How
not some
many-
of the Skype ones
and
because they were just.
Yeah, don't watch this.
They were holdovers.
They were. It's not our fault.
It's
We're like
better
Joe.
when we can see each other.
What was I gonna say? How many podcasts that average like 20,000 people went, hey, Spotify, 86 million, we'll do it. You know, how many podcasts do you think?
How many Just Your Average podcasts equal a Joe Rogan podcast?
So far, none of them. Like, we haven't. When
We have to
hit,
film 1 million podcasts.
when we hit episode, he's about to hit 1488, and I wonder who the guest will be for that.
What are we at right now? Like this is in
For
the
subs?
60s? No, I mean like in like episodes.
63 or 64, I think.
Okay.
And he didn't start getting big until like the 200s, 300s.
Yeah, last podcast on the left didn't get big until like episode 100.
10-minute podcast started off big, but
I hear Sword Chomp is kind of popular.
right.
There's a reason that I bring that up.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
Then
this
I've never seen this.
podcast.
Spotify, give us money.
Don't forget to like and
And a
subscribe.
blowjob.
Hit that bell to be notified. Share! So we get that Spotify deal.
Give me money, Spotify.
We're never gonna get the deal.
Or just donate
Dude,
to our
it takes-
Patreon. It's
if
there.
you're trying to do the YouTube route of getting famous, it takes 7 years of uploading a video every week.
Hey, we have a Patreon. We have an Anchor. Donate to that.
Did we make money off those?
We can't off
$15
Anchor.
so far for Anchor, I think.
Where is it? Where's my $5?
We gotta let it settle. We gotta make a new commercial.
Yeah, it's right. Booze, probably.
If I had booze, I'd be drinking other than yours right now.
Yeah. So not only did I buy you a beer, but you stole $5 from me.
Thanks for watching.
That was a good episode. See,
That was probably-
that's what I was saying, dude. We needed to be back in the fucking studio. The whole dealing with the tech, dealing with us being cooped up. We were all just on edge and aggressive. We needed to come back here because once we're in the same room, we can